could a retheme of Intimidator 305 be right around the corner? Yes, and I'm going to tell you why, so let's talk about it. I know OK Coasters just talked about this in his video, but I want to specifically talk about this because he only really mentioned I-305 for maybe 30 seconds or a minute. So yeah, I want to talk about that more in detail. So if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be uploading more. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, but I haven't found time because of school. But yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel because why not? And yeah, let's hop right into why I think I-305 is going to get rethemed. Alright, so yeah, you can take this with a grain of salt because, it's just a rumor and speculation. However, the source that I'm getting this info from has accurately predicted stuff in the past, such as Tropical Dragster closing, Chick-fil-A getting removed from Cedar Point, and other stuff. So, yeah, I have heard that the licensing for Dale Earnhardt Jr. in Cedar Fair is running out very soon, within the next 2 years, and that I-305 most likely will be rethemed as the licensing is running out. In Cedar Fair in the past, we've seen them get rid of stuff that isn't Cedar Fair themed. Chick-fil-A was removed, other chain restaurants were removed, and rides from Paramount Parks like Kings Dominion and Kings Island have been either rethemed to fit more of a not licensed theme, like Top Gun, Going to Bat, and other stuff like that. So Cedar Fair is trying to get rid of all the licensing, as it seems, and I-305 licensing is running out, and I would not see Cedar Fair renewing it, because they do not want licensing, because they don't get all the profit from merch, which is one big thing, because Kings Dominion has been losing money on merch recently. And I-305, if you've been to Kings Dominion, only has pins, magnets, and stuff for merch. There are no hoodies, hats, shirts, or any regular coaster merch around for I-305, and I think that this takes a big hit to Kings Dominion's merch profits, as they have to do a 50-50 split, most likely, with Dale Earnhardt's estate, because it has his branding on it. So that's the one thing I think that Kings Dominion wants to just break free of. Alright, that's the first point, but the next point that I want to bring up, look at Kings Dominion's map. Look at where I-305 is. It's smack dab in the middle of Jungle Expedition, which is an area that they've heavily been investing in recently, with Tumbili and just overall improvements to the area. So I-305, which is a big, massive giga coaster themed to NASCAR, that doesn't really fit the area at all, and I don't think Kings Dominion wants that. They want to have an area that people can be immersed in and stuff like that. So I-305 doesn't fit the theme of its area at all. Not just Flight of Fear, but I'm not talking about that in this video. I'm talking about I-305. But I-305 doesn't fit where it is in the park at all. So that also plays a big part into why it could be getting a retheme. Another point is that, recently, if you've been to Kings Dominion, you've seen I-305. This thing is in very, very, very desperate need of a repaint. It doesn't look terrible, but it does not look good. I think it really definitely needs a repaint, which, if they're going to repaint it and they're going to retheme it, paint it the new colors of the ride. And I think one last point that I think people are overlooking is I-305's reputation in the park and with the GP. People are scared to ride I-305 because if you go to Kings Dominion, most days it'll be a station wait, because people are they hear Intimidator 305, and it's oh, isn't that the ride that makes you black out? And the people don't want to ride that. And so Kings Dominion, I think, wants to get rid of the whole thing with I-305 and try to remove the stigma that it has. And if you say, oh, the GP aren't going to fall for that, the GP will fall for a lot of things. One time I heard someone in line say that we were in line from Millennium Forest about to get in the station, and they pointed to Live Till and said, are we in line for that? So, I don't think some GP won't notice. Some people haven't even been to Kings Dominion and won't even go on I-305 for the first time they go, just because they've heard the name and what's associated with. So I think doing this by retheming it gets rid of the whole stigma that I-305 that make people black out. It'll hopefully increase ridership, and they can market it as something new before the volcano replacement, which is coming probably around 2025-26 if I had to guess somewhere. But this would be something, a good in-between that they could do. Say, oh, our all-new themed version of Intimidator 305, whatever. Okay, so as for when I think this is going to happen, I'm going to be completely honest, I don't think that we go another season with Intimidator 305 being named Intimidator 305. I think that this is happening this off-season, and this is going to happen very soon. If it doesn't happen this off-season, it probably will happen next year. But I can say fully expect in my opinion, I fully expect I-305 to not be named I-305 next year and have a completely different theme, probably jungle, most likely because it's in Jungle Expedition, and have a new fresh coat of paint with new colors, new name, new theme, no branding, no race cars, so they can actually sell merch for it. But yeah, I think that this is the last season of Intimidator 305. So yeah, if you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be trying to upload more, and like the video so more people can see it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.